Hey everybody, Richard here with EduData Consulting and with some updates to curriculum mapping with Google Workspace. I'm really excited to share with you some of these updates. They mostly involve UI elements and more robust data tracking, and I will post a subsequent video that demonstrates some of the resulting data implications we now have with these updates and changes to the system. So if this is new to you, just to catch you up to speed, I've built a robust curriculum mapping platform that is in your Google shared drive at your school, essentially. And this is an example of a course overview document of which you can attach several items of data, including grade level, subject area, course, terms, teachers, resource folder links, so on and so forth. So what's new is that I've now added the ability to insert directly items from the data tracker into the document itself and curate those items directly from the side panel here. So I will demonstrate for you here. So say we've opened this 11 mathematics course on trigonometry, and we want to begin attaching data to this. So this is a drop-down list, and this is a customizable list of items you can configure in your school. So one of the common things is just what EdTech apps are going to be used in a course. So we can track those by clicking on the apps option and then hitting submit. So when we do that, we see it currently says there's no data found, so nothing has been attached to this one. And if we scroll down into this document, we can see, we haven't attached anything directly to this Google Doc in terms of applications. So if we want to sort of inventory these items, this is one of the cool things we can do is we can place our cursor in our template wherever we want these items to be listed, and then we can select the items that we're going to be using in this unit. So let's just say we're going to use docs, forms, and slides. And then if I click add selected items, this is going to write that data to the location on my template, as well as into the Google Sheet that's housing all of the data. Now, that's great, and we can certainly start to see some of the implications that's going to have when we want to filter and sort and explore some of this data. But before that, I want to demonstrate just now what happens that we do have some data in here. So if we go back to apps and we hit submit, our list of current data is now going to be updated. So we can see which ones are currently updated with this, and we can go ahead and attach some more. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to purposefully select some duplicates just to demonstrate something with that. So I'm going to select Google Docs and Google Meet. And again, we're just going to insert them again in our technology box. I'll just make a new line. So again, we've repeated, we've remixed, and if we go back to our apps, we can submit, and now we can see all of the items, including my duplicate Google Docs. Now you might be asking, why in the world would we want Google Docs to be on there twice? Well, if we're using an overview document, that means that all of our unit planners are sort of on this one document. So we may have several units that are using Google Docs, and we want to track every single time Google Docs is being used in a unit. Hence, we want to be able to add duplicate apps on one document. So this gives us that ability to do that. But if we're working in a unit planner, it's more likely we just want one occurrence of each application. And in that case, we can curate our list. If we hit this edit or remove, and we could take care of removing one of those duplicates, and this will also remove it from the database at the back end. And again, if we go back and hit submit, we can now see that now we only have one instance of Google Docs that's mapped in the data on the back end, and we are back in control. And of course, we will need to manually delete that one of these items from our doc to sort of keep it in sync, but that's an easy thing to do. And again, I can continue adding items as I wish. And as I had mentioned at the start of the video, if there are other categories that my school is interested in tracking, these can be customizably made on the Google Sheet that's housing all of the apps on the same sheet. We just changed the target column of that Google Sheet. So I'm choosing just item 1, and then I listed, just in the cell below that, some important data. So this could be anything. And again, you could repeat and remix that process for data collection. So like I said, I will create a follow-up video showing the Data Studio implications of that change and the way it can make even filtering and exploring our data about our curriculum even more interesting. Thanks for watching. Bye.